Well, I've been a busy little bee this morning. Sorry I didn't videotape all of it, but the camera's battery was dead, so I had to charge it up. You notice that there is no SLX sitting there anymore. That's because it's in little bitty pieces in the dump. I stayed up really late last night and completely stripped it down to just the hull. I've got everything that I need off of it, including a good crank, all the motor mounts, base plate, got the multifunction display, good set of carbs. I mean, I got everything off of it. Oh, it also came with carbon fiber reeds, which I think are pretty much a good score. I think the CDI is pretty much shot. That'll probably just go in the trash. But I got 3 good jugs, 2 with pistons. Still have the crosshatch pattern. Oh, I also got good case halves. So I just got to clean them up and get them ready for resale. And that's what I've been doing with this haul this afternoon. Is I got some degreaser and went through the whole thing, and I mean cleaned and cleaned. You can still see some water in there, but man, I tell you, it really cleaned up nice. It is beautiful. But you can see that even the gas tank is just absolutely squeaky clean. It looks damn near new. The only issue with this ski is this right there. It's like somebody popped it in the nose pretty good and then fixed it. They did a good job fixing it, but they didn't paint over it. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to actually paint over it with some bottom coat Bristolium. It's a nice repair. It doesn't leak or anything like that, but it just needs a final skim coat of paint to make it look good. So that's the only issue, man. The thing fires up and runs. I think I'm going to take it to the lake today and give it a little bit of a test and make sure everything's 100%. I'm fixing to do a compression test right now just to make sure everything's 100% and take the thermostat out like I do with all the rest of mine. So that's the update for right now. Everything's pretty much clean. I'll tell you what the hard part is finding a place to dump fuel. This is the one that came out of that other ski that I just junked. It's got about 4 or 5 gallons of fuel in it, so I just don't know where to dump it. I mean, you dump it here and it's a big no-no, so I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm gonna get back to this thing. All right, well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to actually work on this thing. Last time I was going to take it to the lake and test it out. Well, I found out that I had a leak around the head and the cap. So this is actually the head, and then this is the cap, and all the water goes through that. So what happened is apparently this person overheated this thing and melted the little O-ring, which goes right down in here, and basically melted it, so therefore the water was leaking around it. So I went today to my Polaris dealer and I got the big O-ring and the O-rings go around the inside. So I'm going to clean those up and then put everything back together. I can't find anything wrong with this about why it would have heated up like that. The piston is perfectly fine. Everything's fine. The only thing I could think of is that maybe that the thermostat was frozen, so I took it out, and I'll just take it really easy when I take it to the lake. But everything it's set perfectly. I don't understand why it would have been doing it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to put this all back together and see if I can get it to the lake. We actually had a break in the weather here. It's wonderful. It's been about 105 to 107 for the past, oh God, week and a half. We had like 20 days over 100. This makes it no fun to work. We had a good cold front come through, and we only have a high of 90 today, which seems like, you know, an absolute cold front, or, you know, a cold spell. So anyway, get some work done, get out there, test it, and hopefully get this thing sold pretty quick. All right, well, everything seemed to work out fine. I got it all put back together, and got the O-rings in around the spark plug, and also got the O-rings around the bottom of the head plate. And whenever you put it on there, it just kind of snips on there. I put a little Vaseline around the O-ring, just kind of make it a little nicer whenever it slips on. Worked fine. It just kind of snaps down on top of the spark plug, the head area. And then I put some make a gasket around this stuff right here, and checked everything out. I checked the oil pump, make sure it's pumping oil. Cleaned the spark arrestor. I mean, this thing just fires up perfectly. So, I mean, that's ready for another lake test. Hopefully we don't have any more leaks this time. I think whoever it was ran this thing without running it in water or something to overheat this one side of this, because it got plenty of fuel going to it. The piston's perfectly fine. I just don't get it. I mean, I could learn something when I get out there, but from what I see, it's perfectly fine. So anyway, looks to be all good. I'll take it out here in a couple hours as soon as that silicone dries. Check it out. Okay, here's the update on the jet ski. Took it out for the test drive after the modification inside the CDI. Working fine, everything was great. And took it out for a high-speed run for the last time. Grenaded this cylinder. So it's gone. I think I'm going to strip it down for parts. I've got it on Craigslist right now just to see if somebody wants to pick it up as is, just to get it out of my driveway. And if I don't hear anything, I got one guy who's looking at it. If I don't hear anything the next day or so, I'll just go ahead and strip it down and get rid of it. Sell the whole for $100 or $200 or something like that. The engine's usable. It didn't tear up. Actually, this is all loose. It didn't tear up the. It didn't tear up the cylinder too bad, or it didn't tear up the cylinder at all. All it did was just melt down the ring, and it tore up the head. So somehow get a really good little engine out of it. I have no idea why it did it. I think the oil pump is faulty, to be brutally honest with you. Should have converted it to premix, but I was in a rush, and that's what I pay for. So anyway, that's the update on that thing. I've got a line on several more I need to go pick up. I just don't have any room back here.